And on to the next level. I bet you think you're and then she scored it out and she's put invincible. I don't think I'm invincible. As long as I have these towers, I'm invincible. Oops! As long as I don't run into things like that, I'm invincible. That's a hard jump. I don't really need cogs anymore. All I would need cogs for is for additional bombs. I know your weakness, and then she's destroyed one of the red stones. You can also see that the walls are coming apart. Like, you can tell them near the end of the game because all of the walls are broken and all the floors removed. And things are just kinda hanging on and no more. Check that out. Springy jumps. So it's cool as well. I said this about Guacamelee, that the game introduces new elements even as far as the last level. You're still learning, you're still having new things to deal with. Which is always good in the game, that they don't just give you every tool at the beginning of the game and then don't properly explain how to use them and then just go, there you go, just go and do stuff. Which never seems to work as well as actually training the player and then giving the player a final test that uses all the skills. That's what a game should be. A game should teach you like the basic elements of each of the like abilities and each of the mechanics of the game, and then it should let you kind of prove that you know what you're doing on the final boss. The final boss should be a test of what you've learned so far. Zelda games are kind of good at that, in that they give you like the wind boomerang and then they'll have a boss that needs the boomerang to defeat it. Oops. I thought that was a gap and it wasn't. It was like an extra bit of railing that I didn't notice. Let's see if we can get past this thing. So show me if you stole it, then you should be able to steal it again. This is where I tested the traps to keep the potion safe. So if you're good enough, you'll get the potion, no problem. So you did steal it. I knew you were a liar. Interestingly enough, these blades on the walls don't appear in any other part of the game other than this room. Like, I've completed the game going the other route and I've never seen these like big blades. Not even once. Oops. Oops. Come on. Was it to stop my dad living forever? I don't think it was. I bet my mum was involved. I thought her mum was dead. Maybe her mum's still alive. I thought it was weird that she sent me that letter pardoning you. I don't know anything about that. It's quite a tight jump. That's a very tight jump. How the hell am I supposed to do this? Does she really think you can beat me? I think I can beat him. Her. Him? Why did I say him? How many times have you died now? Like 1,000,000, right? I think I've probably died close to 1,000,000, who knows? It's a couple of hundred at least. Well, I've never died even once. Or I'd be dead. That's true, if you don't have invulnerability, or invincibility, or whatever it is. So you'll never, ever, 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 she's written ever, everywhere, beat me. You're going to be stuck here forever. So, on to the next level. So this level's quite interesting. It is actually, this is the section just before the final boss where you can stock up on some bombs and yeah, it introduces the mechanic of breaking down these big pillars, which take a lot of bombs to destroy. And it's as you can see, it's a blue timed altar, so you know it's going to be something good. Like getting killed immediately. You can throw bombs at the princess and it stops the flame breath from doing any damage. Otherwise, you just use your hover stuff, use your wings to like gain a little altitude, and try and avoid her as much as possible. And you're treated to some awesome music. The final boss music is definitely the best song in the game. It has like a really weird feel to the music. Again, break the pillars. Gain a little bit of altitude there. And use the double jump. And hit her in the face with some bombs. So when you're falling like that, there's no real point in trying to hit her with bombs. It's more trouble than it's worth. You may as well just letting her fly past you. So all you need to do is reposition and she'll avoid you, and then try and avoid the traps as well. You can use your double jump to avoid the sweeping from left to right, or use your hovering. Oops. What actually happened there was I blew myself up on my own bombs. And I landed on the spikes, okay. I think that's the first time I've ever died on the spike pillars. Like I said, the blades of the fans can actually kill you. It's probably one of the first games where the fans, which are supposed to assist you, can actually kill you. And here's the part where she explains that the blue ones actually go back in time. Again, try and avoid her when she does her falling thing, and avoid the traps. Changing direction will help you do this. Hope we get good cycles in this. No! Okay. Oh god. Wait for the next one. Okay, that was stupid. I think I'm actually going to have to possibly go for the extra bombs here, which kind of slows me down a little bit, but it doesn't really matter too much. You need 3 bombs to break the fat pillars, as I'm going to call them. These big fat yellow pillars. You're the worst time traveller ever. I'm probably the first time traveller, I don't know. I don't actually need to go down that side, that's why I died, that was actually intentional. So here we have another section of this falling mechanic thing. You just do the same thing. Hover to avoid her, try and get out of the direction of her, and then when she stops, throw bombs at her face. You can see their health bar at the bottom of the screen. The health bar appears whenever there's an opportunity to damage her. Otherwise, the health bar doesn't appear. So bear that in mind, that if she's off screen she is untargetable and you can't do any damage. This section is a little bit strange, as I don't know if this is intentional or if it's a glitch, but if you break down this wall, she'll appear here, and as long as you throw bombs into the same location, she'll constantly take damage every time, and every one of them will hit. I don't know if it's like a glitch or not, but this is definitely the best way to do this boss. You can throw them preemptively just as you hear the noise. There is like an audio cue that's like the dragon screaming just before she appears. And if you run out of bombs, what you have to do is collect bombs from... I'll actually show you. Collect bombs from up here. This red thing will always give you at least 1 bomb. Oops. Okay. So let's explain that again. If you stand here, you can guarantee hits with the bombs, and you can do as much damage as you like to her, as long as you still have bombs. So we're pretty much going to be getting her down to around about 1/4 HP, maybe slightly less. But bear in mind, if you run out of bombs, you have to go up here, just above where I'm fighting her, and there's always 1 bomb. So it gets to the point where you have to risk going up for 1 bomb and then come back down for more. This red thing will always produce 1 bomb. Avoid the fire, and there's another thing she can do, which she can come in from the left, where she'll actually fly in and fly straight across from the left. I think this is going to be enough bombs to defeat her, so what I'm going to do, that was the flying in from left thing, so I'm going to do is wait here for her to spawn on the right, and just see if I can knock off the last little chunk of health. It should be 2 more bombs or 1 more bomb. Okay, 1 more bomb. And that's game over. Princess defeated. Well, dragon defeated. You weren't killing the princess, I don't think. So this is the end credit sequence. All items and tools are disabled and you get to fall down next to the princess. You can grab the princess and kind of save her. And there's Lisa Rai, who I'll be linking to all of her social media sites in the description. Paramorph that did the music, you can check them out on Bandcamp and purchase a copy of the Freedom Fall soundtrack. And you can see in the background there are other castles. Hopefully we maybe get a sequel to this game. I would really enjoy Freedomfall 2 if it does happen. I think it'd be really cool to see. It'd be cool to see this game maybe on XBLA or PSN. And you can see Marsh and Emph like fighting each other. Like she's trying to kick him in the face. Because that's how you react when somebody tries to save you from dying a horrible death. And she has a parachute. There is another ending where you can not save her and you instead save the dragon. And instead of waking up on a beach with the princess, you wake up on a beach with the dragon. And there's the princess's tower getting destroyed, but her house is still there in the middle. So that is GG. I hope you enjoyed watching this playthrough. I'll be linking everything in the description to do with the game. Be sure to like, favourite, subscribe, and check out my other playlist, which will be called Deppresso Speedruns Freedomfall, where you can find tips and kind of tricks, and maybe a few videos of me doing speedruns. As I've said, I'm like top 15 or top 10 on some of the levels, so even though this playthrough makes me look really bad, like I die all the time, in the speedruns I'm not reading the background stuff, I'm not trying to narrate, and I am quite good, so check them out. I should mention that I did die 162 times during this playthrough, and it was 110 minutes long. The game's incredibly replayable, so the 110 minute length is definitely worth the price, because you're probably going to play this game 4 or 5 times, and in each individual level you can maybe play like as much as 15 or 20 times if you're going for time trials and all the achievements. So yeah,